colors, sunlight, lonesome love.
Close to violet on a Sunday. long for what's to come. Keep forgetting how to make it known before it's already gone.
Full posters in the ceiling of things I like to follow through, but I hold on. A visionary, sunlight shows an empty
Long for what's to come. Keep forgetting how to make it known before it's already gone. Looking back too soon is how it